I'm so excited. Does anybody know why I'm so excited today? Do you have any idea why I'm so excited today? I'll tell you. It is the astrological new year. I should check the volume on this because I know I talk much louder than this normally, but I'm so excited. So, we always have the big celebrations, the ball dropping, all of that on New Year's typically, right? And so that is December 31st until January 1st. And you always have these New Year resolutions. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to save money. I'm going to change jobs, all of that stuff, right? But for whatever reason, and you know, people sometimes stick to it and people sometimes don't. But today is the astrological new year. And I know I had to look it up because I didn't nobody ever told me about it, right? Like nobody ever said that there's this thing called an astrological new year. There was just me. Sorry, I had to take a little small pause, correct something. So there was just me. There was just me trying to figure out um, if we have the first sign and the last sign, why wouldn't there be some event associated with the ending of the astrological zodiac calendar? Why wouldn't there be some timing, some event, something associated with the end of the zodiac calendar with our lives? And there is, and it is the astrological new year. So happy new year, folks. Happy new year. And I'm so excited. This year, I shouldn't say this new year, this year has so much in store, especially for Aries and Libras, sun, moon, rising, Aries, sun, moon, rising. May be challenging for some other signs. I'm not getting into that in this video because this video is simply about today's new year, today's new moon new year. So I'm getting to that. So it's the astrological new year. And here are and the precursors, the things that are telling me why this year is going to be so phenomenal on some level, some planes. We know life is crazy. You have life happening where you have great highs, and then you have life happening where you have lows, and it's up to us to figure out how to balance life out and have enough tools from the high periods to be able to manage the low periods. So that goes without saying. But that said, here are some of the reasons, some of the precursors on why this year is and should be very exciting. It is today is, so I already said it's spring equinox. Let me just dig down into that a little bit. First day of spring. Spring is popping. We've all been in winter, cold, flowers, everything's lying dormant, and now we're at spring. Now we're about to see things burst and come alive and spring up. And that includes you. You should be springing up in this new spring season. But that would happen whether it's the astrological new year or not. It's spring, right? And so as you're transitioning from the winter season to the spring season, it's about whatever you've been planting, whatever you've been working on, growing and coming into itself. But so that's the spring equinox. It's also the first day of Aries season. So Aries season is Aries starts on March the 21st through late April, first couple of weeks of April. And Aries people are go-getters. Aries people are leaders. Aries people make stuff happen. They're starters. Another thing that's happening is today is a new moon. So you're going to have a new moon every new astrological year. You're going to have a new moon, and every month you have a new moon. But today is the first day of spring. Today is the first day of Aries season. Today is the first day of the astrological new year, and today is the new moon. So in addition to all of that, we have the new moon occurring at the same time. So new moons are when you invite things in, those things that you've been anything that you've been wanting in your life. This is the time to be intentional about it. This is the time to set your intentions, to be manifesting, to be putting the energy towards how you want your life to be. Full moons are when you let things go. New moons are when you invite things in. So you got these four things. First day of Aries season, first day of spring, first day of the astrological new year, and the new moon. And guess what? The new sun. This is this Aries sun. So we got an Aries sun backing up an Aries moon. So you've got the Aries new moon where you're inviting things in. Aries is the first house. It's yourself. It's all about you. It's how the world sees you. So you're inviting things in that are relevant to your, and it's going to be more impactful on the things that are about you and yourself. So it's the first sign, but the Aries sign is the first sign. It is passionate. It is a go-getter. It's optimism, all of that, and then the sun, the Aries sun, in addition to the Aries moon, is gosh, I don't even know. Just think of any Aries you know. They are natural born leaders. They don't need a crowd. They make their own decisions. If you're going into a fight, you want an Aries to go with you because they have Mars energy. Mars governs Aries, and Mars is warrior energy. You want an Aries to have your back, and they're loyal. They're loyal people. So all of that is happening today. And because all of that is happening today, I am excited because it to me is going to cast the flavor for the entire next 12 months. And I don't know about you guys, but these last 3 years have been challenging. Now, one of the reasons the last 3 years has been so challenging, and a lot of people don't even think about it, is the fact that Saturn has been a dominant energy. Like Saturn was in Aquarius for the last 3 years, and Saturn is a very, very tough, it's a hard working energy. It's a taskmaster. So that has been the governing planet for the last 2 to 3 years in a lot of our different houses. And so that has been, and we've been feeling that, and we don't know. I'd have to look at each individual person's natal chart to kind of tell you why it impacts you. And I don't have time to go into that in this video. But that said, we're now in Aries season. So again, all about the things that are relevant to Aries, where Aries is in your chart, all the things that are relevant to new moons and the sun, the zodiac sign of the Aries sun, and spring. So let me tell you about a couple of different things about Aries. So Aries is also governed by Emperor. Emperor energy is, again, just think about leaders. The Emperor energy in the tarot, anyway, I guess in the world as well. You think about the kings. You've got the King of England. You got some kings elsewhere. We're not in a time of nobility and monarchy and that type of thing. And we're in America, so we're not as closely affiliated with monarchies and that type of thing as other countries. But an emperor ruled over the kings. So when they talk about emperor energy, they talk about all the energies of all the four kings. So you got the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. And all of that energy of those four kings are combined in Emperor Aries energy. This is a time that you can be expectant, that you should expect to be abundant, because there's just so many things aligning at the same time. Very quickly, King of Cups is love and romance. King of Wands is kind of Sagittarian. It's a couple other signs, but mostly Sagittarian. Go-getters. Those are people that make money. They're business makers. They make stuff happen. They're also very fun to be around. King of Swords, those are your intellectuals. Very cold, reserved, but another very, very smart. Like, they're the person that's going to lay your plan, and then you want your Sagittarius to go take it and sell it to folks, because they're gonna sell cold water to Eskimos. And then you got your, so it's cups and pentacles. Pentacles are your people that this earth energy, very stable, very grounded, very consistent energy. So the emperor embodies all the elements of those four kings. And so it's all about leadership. It's all about getting stuff done. And you got all the tools. You literally have all the tools you need to make the shit happen. I kind of go back and forth about how much I want to cuss, because at some point my aunts are gonna see this, and my mama ain't here no more, but she'd be like, I can't believe you know. So anyway, that I have to work on that. That's me. So that's one thing about emperor energy. Again, they are people that realize goals. They're your there's a phrase someone once shared with me. They asked me, are you a pioneer or a settler? Are you a person that start stuff, or are you a person that finishes stuff? Your Aries people are your starters. They get your stuff started. And like I said, you may want to bring on a Virgo. You may want to bring on a King of Pentacles to help you finish that out. But Virgos are an earth sign, and they're really, really good about seeing things through. Other things about Emperor energy is leadership. They're your natural born leaders. They can't help themselves. They could not be the leader if they wanted to. They can't. They literally cannot help it. It's all about new opportunities. Again, Aries energy, Emperor energy, make stuff happen. It's all about, and that's something to be mindful of in this period, is new opportunities. They're also masculine energy. So we have feminine energy and we have masculine energy. Not the same as male and female. Similar, but not the same. Masculine, and we all embody both energies, and we take them on and present them at different times. This is going to sound like a trope, but feminine energy is typically associated with more emotional energy. So when you're more vulnerable, more transparent, some people might say more authentic. A feminine energy, though, is definitely tied to emotions, versus masculine energy is tied to action. So you also, again, astrological new year, action, get stuff done, leaders, bringing new moon, bringing into existence that or being intentional about that you are planning to do, all coming together at one time. So very exciting. One of the phrases that I thought about as I was kind of preparing for this was, one of my favorite phrases is carpe diem, seize the day. Tomorrow is not promised. If we didn't learn that these last 3 years, I don't know when we'll ever learn it. It's not promised. Seize the day. Carpe diem, baby. Carpe diem. So that's just Emperor energy. I haven't even gotten to the rest of it. That's how excited I am. I haven't even gotten to the rest of it. Okay. So then, guess what else is Aries energy and Emperor energy and new astrological moon, new astrological year, new astrological sun energy? Cardinal energy. And what does that mean, right? If you're new to astrology, or even if you ain't, people don't talk about the cardinal energy much. And there are 3 types of energies. Let me just quickly, cardinal energy. Cardinal signs are really Google. Okay, so there are 3 types of astrological energy, and there are 4 signs for each one. It's cardinal energy, there's fixed energy, and there's mutable energy. That almost gives away exactly what it is, right? But cardinal energy is so Aries, Libra, and I believe Cancer, and there's one more sign that are cardinal signs. Yes, Capricorn. So these are your leader zodiac signs. And so Aries is the first of these cardinal signs. Again, I just don't know how many synchronicities you have to hear to get why this current season, this current moment is so important, vital, critical for us to take advantage of. There's a scripture in the Bible. Well, I can't name the scripture, but there's a reference in the Bible that talks about the people that would go sit next to this pool, and they would be ill, and they And when the water was troubled, they could get in the pool and be healed of whatever was ailing them. And one of the reasons they tell the story is because one of the people couldn't get to the pool. He literally didn't have the ability to walk or get himself to the pool, and his friends had to get him to the pool. He sat by the pool so many times and just missed the opportunity. I am your friend. I'm trying to pull you, carry you, get you into this water in this time, in this moment, because this water is troubled, and it is a time for you to get your stuff done. It's a time for you to make some stuff happen. So, there are, like I said, there are three categories of this. It's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Fixed signs, just very quickly, just to close the loop on this. Fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And so fixed signs are, they're the people that get stuff done. They're doers. And mutable signs, they are the end of something. So you got the cardinal signs that get you started, get it popping. You got your mutable, your fixed signs that whatever groundwork needs to be laid. They're the people doing that, getting stuff done, the doers. And then you got your mutable signs, which are the people those are your endings. Those are your finishes. Like the end. We just left Pisces season, which is the end of the astrological new year. It's when you're tying stuff. You're dotting I's and crossing T's. This is when you're shutting it down. You've done it now, and you're ready to move to the next thing. Which is all the more reason I'm still so very excited about our astrological new year. Very quickly, I think I hit it earlier, but I'm not sure. Aries is also a fire sign. That speaks for itself. Come on. Think about it. You got water, you got earth, you got air, and you got fire. Fire doesn't fire speak for itself? It roars, it lights up, it if you don't control it, it will take over your, it's fire. Air signs are thinkers. Earth signs are, like I said, steady eddies, doers, and air, earth, fire. And the other signs are the emotional signs. I can't believe I can't think of that element right now. Fire, earth, air, water. Water puts out fire. Coming back to that. So your water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, these are your emotional beings. This is where the seat of your emotion. These signs, so depending on where they are in your chart, in your life, they in that house, they impact that level of you. So, but back to our astrological new year, this is fire energy time. This is Emperor energy time. This is Aries energy time. This is new spring energy time. This is Aries sun time. This is let's get it poppin' time. So let's see. A couple other things I want to tell you really quick, and then I'm going to hop off. There's just so many synchronicities. There's so many reasons to be excited right now. And I'm glad I looked down at my notes so I didn't forget to share this with you. The last 4 new moons have all been in the same sign. This is the first new moon on the first day of the astrological new year, on the first day of spring, that moved signs. It moved into Aries, so it means it was in Pisces. It moved into Aries today. And normally, the last couple of new moons in Aries in the astrological new year happen on the 1 degree day, which is the second day of the astrology sign. And this year, this new moon, this astrological new year, the new moon in Aries was at exactly 0 degrees. Exactly 0 degrees. I mean, okay. I think you guys get my thing about synchronicities. Synchronicities is the spirit, is the universe, is God. Whatever you call your higher power or not, whatever you reference for inner guidance, that is your inner guidance trying to tell you something. Synchronicities is your inner guidance, or your outer guidance, depending on how you view it, telling you something. I forgot to. And then, let's see. I talked very briefly about Mars, and the Aries is ruled by Mars, which is about taking action, being bold, making decisions, moving forward, making things happen. That's what. So what we're supposed to be doing. What does it mean for us? It means that we can. It helps us have better relationships. Make the first step. I'm not going down that road. Okay. The beginning. Whatever it is you're trying to do, this is the beginning of it. Everything you want, this is the beginning of it. The everything is right for it. The season is right. The water is troubled. It is. If you're not a natural born pioneer, you're maybe timid, reserved, held back for whatever your reason is for holding back. You've got the universe backing you up to get out there and go get it. Take a risk. It's like the Fool card is known as the leap of faith. You leap without looking. Now, I'm not suggesting you go out there and drop $1,000, a couple of grand, $100,000 on something without doing your research. I'm not telling you that. But whatever it is you have been thinking about pursuing, now is the time to take a leap of faith towards that thing. And it's about one of the main things I need you to take away from this in this moment is that it is about the first house in the astrological wheel in the zodiac signs. The first house is about you. It's how the world sees you. It's about you. So everything I talked about, think of that through the lens of you. What's important to you? What's valuable to you? What do you want to see happen? Not what someone else wants to do. I am so guilty of that. I have spent, oh my God, I have spent so much of my life, so many years, so many hours pulling forward what was important to other people, what they wanted to do, and not focusing on or making me a priority and doing the things that I need and want to do. There's a really tragic story that I'm gonna share one day. Remind me to share about the bankruptcy and me not seeing about me. But anyway, thank God that's in my past, and I have learned from that lesson so that I don't miss this moment by being focused on something for somebody else, as opposed to being focused on something that's important to me, meaningful to me, things that I need to do, things I want to do, things I want to realize. And I want you to be doing that too. Focusing on the things you want to realize, what's important to you. There's so much more to talk about in this new astrological new year, all the trends that are coming, how it's going to impact in your different sign. I don't have, I don't want to do that on this video, so I may do another video on that at another time, but if not, I probably will just add some links to the description box below so that you can go out there and kind of get some more of this information on your own. And then if you would like, hit me up and we can have a session, an informal, a coaching session to kind of talk about how the moment, whatever the moment is. Right now we're in the astrological new year moment, but whatever the moment is, we can talk about how to live your best life in that moment, and how to live your best life every day, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve and bring into your life. We can talk about that. So my information is in the box below. It's just me, BB, which I usually say at the beginning of the video. It's just me, BB, on It's Just BB TV, and I'm so excited about the new year, and I hope you're excited too. I hope you realize your every heart's desire. Make sure you see about you. Make sure you take advantage of this moment and have a great rest of your day. Happy astrological new year.